Three-time league MVP. You got Jason Richardson, so not guarding each other early. Montrezl Harrell guarding Joe Johnson. And then Richardson is guarding Jackson, but I think they may switch.
Yeah, they know it's pin down is coming.
Yep, that's what it is. That's why they started off that way.
There's Pargo.
Pargo, Chicago native, of course. You know, Pargo doing a lot of acting right now,
Did
too.
you see that movie?
Yeah, shout out to Jeremy on that.
Oh, Joe Johnson with the fadeaway. Nope. Harrell with the rebound, kicks it out. YouTube sensation. You see her core with a little step back. And he likes that shot.
So I think we're going to see a little bit more flow. Probably less physicality.
No question. No question.
In this, with this matchup here.
Pargo deadly from 4, and he pulls up from 3 in the corner. Richardson, he likes that shot.
Yep.
Joe Johnson gets it. Silky smooth. Darnell Jackson, my most underrated player in this league. And he's going to get a free throw out of it.
I just think, man, when you have an advantage like that in the post, if the quicker you go, the more advantageous it is for the offensive player. Now, the space is not crowded. The help doesn't come. And now you utilize your height and weight advantage to be able to get either a shot or to the free throw line like we saw with Jackson.
This here core crosses over. Oh, the fade.
Oh, Joey could have took it right up.
Yeah, ball didn't hit the rim, so they don't have to clear it. Jackson, corner 3, yes. All right, here's core. I think they're gonna have to try to get Montrezl Harrell, and he could score the ball. Here's his sweet spot. Getting downhill, high floater. Richardson, oh, 2 guys going for it, the same 2. It's gonna be Amp's ball. Pargo. Attacking. In the post, goes up. Finds Joe Johnson underneath. 2 on the shot clock with the fadeaway. No good. Core with the rebound. He clears it quickly. Harrell comes over. Sets the ball screen. They get the switch they like. Right inside. 4 on the clock. He's got to go quick. Good D by Pargo. Richardson crashes. Not there. Joe Johnson, we've seen this 1,000 times. This one off. Good physical play by Core, and they got a foul. Oh, man. E-Block's holding his hand right now.
Yeah, but I wonder if he got him with a gut punch inside and maybe lost. Let's take a look right. Oh, no. Is it a... did his hand get tangled up?
It looked like he did.
Right. It's tough to see it from that angle.
I mean, he just dapped up. So you hurt my hand. I'm not going to dap you up like that. He's good. Right. Pargo up top, steps back. In his bag against Core, using his size and weight over him. Oh, good defense by Richardson. That's going to be out of bounds. And ball, but only 1 second on the shot clock. No, it's going to count. No, they got a shot clock violation.
Waving it off.
But hey, as a scorer, you see one like that go in, today you think it's your day. Richardson goes back to the catch. You see her Core. A lot of threes, but he stuck that one.
Man, yeah, that was shooting practice all day right there. Sear Cole able to square it up, line up his feet. But also, too, making that last shot probably helped him concentrate a little bit more on that one.
Johnson pulls up. Oh, Harold, I don't think
Did
he
he get all
cleared
the way
it.
back?
No, I don't think he did.
The official didn't call it.
Right. How is Montrezl Harrell going to affect this league?
Well, one, you got another big that can score inside, that can defend on the perimeter, and he has name value. You can recognize, understand who Montrezl Harrell is from his time in the league. So that just, I think, further allows more credibility, again, to the league. The more and more star power you have, the more credible the league becomes or continues to grow. I think the game itself becomes better because of that.
Yeah, he can score the ball. Like, he always been good on the move. The stuff you're talking about, going early on a smaller guy. So, you know, even if those guys don't play well the first week, they're going to figure this league out. It just takes a little bit of time. Here's Joe Johnson. In his bag, goes to his spot, kicks it out. Pargo up against the clock, didn't recognize it. There's a back screen. Here's Core taking his time. Has Joe Johnson on him. Fade away. In and out. Rebound, Jason Richardson. No foul, but he gets it back and scores it. Nixon from three. Got it. Good pass by Joe Johnson. So Harrell's deadly, rises up, and he can score.
Well, you talked about it, right? I'm telling you, having a big that can step out and shoot is so valuable. I'm running pick and roll cross screens to get him up, to bring him outside. Now he's trying to guard Joe Johnson.
Nixon from corner three. No good, but he's hustling. Good job by Core. He's attacking downhill, kicks it out. Montrezl Harrell goes up. That's off. Oh, great hustle. Core with the putback.
Yeah, that time out-fought Joe Johnson to get that offensive rebound. Second chance opportunities. You keep the possession alive. Montrezl Harrell, welcome to the league. Big fella able to knock in that jump shot. Then little fella, Core, able to finish it off inside, and right now Shy up 13-8.
Your summer guilty pleasure is back. Big Brother returns with an all-new house guest and an unbelievable twist that will, well, I can't reveal that just yet. Don't miss the season premiere of Big Brother, Thursday, July 10th on CBS. The hometown team, Chicago Triplets, out 13-8. And they look really good. Let's take a look at the fadeaway presented by Bevel.
Well, able to get inside. Here's Montrezl Harrell. Step inside, pull-up jump shot. And how valuable it is to have your big being able to isolate, in particular in the middle of the court. Added value.
Yeah, Montrezl Harrell looks great. Just finding his spots early, finding his matchups early. Montrezl Harrell right now is going to be playing sort of like he's not the big in this situation.
No, not with Amir Johnson in the game, and now he's isolated on Jeremy Pargo.
Johnson, corner three, pump fake. Gets the ball back to Pargo, and he is a streaky shooter. If he gets one, he can unleash.
Yeah, but quick decision by Joe Johnson to get it back to Pargo for another shot. Able that time, able to pay it off.
Go high-low. Amir Johnson back out to Montrezl Harrell. Decks the ball, looking to go one-on-one against Joe Johnson. He rises up, and he knocks down another one. And he's talking smack back to the bench. I know Jackson just shakes his head, not amused. Pargo, little gap there, goes over to Joe Johnson. Oh, they'll step through, so smooth.
Excellent footwork here by Joe Johnson. Got Amir to bite for it.
Core up top, and he's knocking it down. I didn't see him shoot a lot of threes last year, but mostly mid-range, mostly pull-ups, but it looks like he's been working on that. Johnson comes over, sets the screen. Pargo downhill, uses his body. That clipped the rim, so they're going to have to clear it. Here's Core. Pump fakes. Fades. Oh, Amir Johnson all over the glass. All right, let's bring in Chris Haynes into this matchup.
Guys, when you're talking specifically about Joe Johnson, we know how well he keeps himself in good shape. But I tell him about this Big 3 league. Uh-oh, starting a fire right here. Talking about this Big 3 league, he tells me this league is getting younger and younger, and he's just happy that he can continue to do this at a high level. And he said he has much more years to go.
Detroit's going to bring the fire, brought to you by Red Lobster. 2 players involved will go one-on-one if you don't like the call. And if this goes in, this will count as 2 points, and each team gets 1 challenge per half. Amir Johnson, goes with the body. Good quick hands by Nixon.
And, you know, bring the fire to disadvantage. If you're smart, if the big has it, the foul, that's a great time to call it, especially if it's against a guard. The advantage goes to the smaller player the further you are away from the basket.
I always feel like in one-on-one, a game to 1 is a defensive. But if that game was to like 11, it'd be a little bit different as Joe Johnson hits the 3. Like the more you play one-on-one, the more you find out the defense's weakness. That's why the defense seems to do a really good job in that. All right, here's Harold again, inside. Taking his time, using his body. He's going to be a problem.
Problem, bro. Because if you got a big on him, he's a little bit shorter, he can get by, but if it's somebody small, he's able to utilize his size. No problem right now adjusting to the Big 3, kind of like we saw Joe Johnson when he first came into the league.
Joe Johnson playing off 2 feet, gets the jump hook. I don't care how old Joe Johnson is, he's still walking bucket in this league. Pargo gets the steal, rises up, corner 3. That's off. Board Amir Johnson. Out to Harold. Sidestep 3, back iron, nice shot. Didn't drop. Here's Joe, taking his time. Taking it to the back down. Fade away.
Step back.
Johnson gets it, clears it. Harold over to Allen. Looking inside. Amir Johnson using his size over Pargo.
Jump ball.
That's the jump ball.
And that was tough because you usually tell a big, don't bring it down. But where he had to catch the ball and then regather right here, he had no choice. The ball's up above his head. He can take it up and use it to his advantage. But the ball had to come below his waistline, which benefited Pargo.
No jump ball in the Big 3, so it'll just be possession. You just got to make a note of this.
Yeah, because it went to Tri-State.
Jason Richardson calling out to Swiffer. Do some work here. The way he did that, he's like, hey, clean this up. So you can tell he has kids. Hey, man, you clean this up right here.
You already know what it is. You already know. Ooh, tough shot.
Oh, Amir Johnson all over the glass. Amir Johnson's another guy that he just affects the game when he's in there. From day 1 to now, like you always feel his presence out there.
Well, but you know, he understands his role too. He was like that when he played in the league. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not trying to do too much. Understanding his value as a player. And when you have a true understanding of that, I mean, it makes you more valuable. Let's see inside in the mirror right here, just able to get his paws on it, to be able to tip it in.
Turnover. And that was the matchup I wanted to see. Joe Johnson, Jason Richardson. It's like battle of the OGs. Good hands, Johnson, left hand. There's a foul.
Sometimes you just keep it simple. Underneath, out of bounds, you just put that big body of Amir Johnson right inside. You know, at 6'9", throw it up over the top.
You know, he was drafted by Detroit when they had those good teams, and he was a young player, second-round pick out of high school. And you talked to him about it, he was like, man, it was the best thing ever. I learned from all those vets.
Well, he got value, but not, again, the play probably wasn't there, the reps, but the ability to be in the locker room to learn from those experienced players is nothing like that, whether that was the D-League at the time or college would teach him.
Joe Johnson trying to get the foul. Ooh, that might have hit the rim. Allen clears it. He rises. No good. Houston with the rebound. Goes right back inside. That's a turnover. And you can go right up with it. Johnson, right place, right time once again. And this free throw right here could put it to the half.
But take a look. It's inside Allen, Amir, and it's right at the end. Shakir Houston right there is able to get him on the arm.
And that's going to do it. Chicago for the hometown crowd. Got the lead at the half, 26-18. Feel like they've been practicing and locked in together. We'll see if Detroit can respond in the second half. Second half, Detroit, Chicago, coming up next.
The Big Three on CBS Sports is sponsored by Walmart. Try Pharmacy Express Delivery.
Buddy's Pizza in Detroit with the square pizza. Giordano's Pizza here in Chicago with the deep dish. 26-18, Chicago over Detroit. They're arguing over pizza as well.
Talk to me.
All right, square, Detroit pizza, Chicago pizza.
Well, really, Detroit pizza is like Sicilian
pizza.
So it's really not
This
Detroit.
guy right here. I'm telling you, a world-class brother right here. He's been everywhere.
Hey, bro, I love pizza. I can eat pizza every day. So I'm the square one is.
Oh my goodness! Hold on. Now the juiciest moment of the half, brought to you by Simply Spiked Bold. 21 and over, contains alcohol. Celebrate responsibly. All right, you like this matchup, and you like Harold.
I do. He just brings something different, a big that can score inside and out. And if you're going to play him one-on-one, he's going to beat you. In particular, if he's only one dribble away from the basket. But back to the pizza. Listen, Chicago.
I like those deep dish. I do.
You like the thick ones, real thick.
I like them thick. Yeah, but I like them square too.
Okay, you like them square. Hey, listen, I was at Pizzeria Portofino.
Oh, the
Pizzeria Portofino's right here off the river.
Yep.
Reminding me a little bit of the Italy, you know, right there off the water. Lumen, what is it? Minotti's.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice play right
beautiful
there.
play out about. Now, speaking of Detroit, I grew up an hour from Detroit.
I can't believe you don't like square pizza.
I used to eat a lot of Little Caesars.
Bro, that's where it started. Pizza.
I know, bro.
Oh, man. All right, so Detroit came out, got a bucket. Oh, here's this matchup problem that was happening in the first half. Harold taking his time, so patient with that ball, kicks it out. Core, pull up. Nice soft touch. I feel like I need to bring in Rachel and Chris on this one. Like,
yeah.
I want to know what kind of pizza they like.
Well, Chris is West Coast. I don't know. He out there.
All right, here's Joe Johnson. ISO Joe. Steps back. That's a three. So sweet.
Well, you notice too, Montrez didn't inch up on Joe, gave him a little space, and Joe took advantage of that, able to knock it in.
Oh, good block. Oh, good block again. Oh, yeah, Joe Johnson making it happen. All right, we had some action earlier in game one. And Chris, you want to break down what happened and what's going to happen here?
Well, guys, obviously we saw Lance and Dwight Howard, they were ejected from the first game. So sources have informed me that throughout the week, they will evaluate exactly what happened in its totality and then see if there will be further punishment. But what I can say, I do not expect a suspension. It probably will be more so of a fine. And guys, I just got done speaking with Lance Stevenson about the incident. He said he felt like Dwight Howard was being a little bit too physical, a little bit too dirty. He said he respects his game. He respects that team because he feels like they have a chance to meet in the championship game. But I asked him, did you talk to Dwight? Have y'all made amends? He said, no, I don't have to. I'll see him later down the road.
It's funny, too, Chris, you know, because he does a lot of sideline reporting, of course, formerly with TNT, has his own podcast. It's always the sources. I mean, I want to know who the sources are, man.
Listen. Jimmy, if I gave up my source, I wouldn't have a job anymore.
I'm asking it for the people, man. I understand what you're doing. He said, but sources told me.
But, you know, I talk to a lot of people, Jimmy. You know that, man. But this it's been a thrilling event so far. And listen, man, that game one, it definitely set the tone for sure.
Well, welcome to the team, my man.
I appreciate it.
Hey, square or round?
Yeah.
What's your deal, Chris?
Round for sure.
Okay.
Well, that's a good defense right there. And stepped out of bounds. Pargo bringing the defense here to change the tempo in the second half.
It really had one-on-one defense. You talk about it. I don't care what league you're in, high school, college, pro, Big Three. If you can guard one-on-one, now you're not caught in help and rotations and out of position to rebound the ball once the shot goes up. First 4-point shot.
And Harold gets it back. Yeah, that shot was blocked, so you didn't have to clear it. 30-27. Here's Joe at the top. Rises up. I've seen that before.
Got to a spot. We were talking to Joe before the game, and especially when he was with Atlanta, saying at the end of the game and when the flow was out, was there a spot on the court that the coaches and player know to get you there? He said, no doubt. Mid-post, middle. And speaking about spots, not too many that Montrez is not comfortable with.
Yeah, there's Montrezl Harrell with the jam right there. Yeah, Montrezl Harrell is going to be good in this league.
Yep.
I can tell already, one half in, he is so patient with the ball. He gets to where he wants to go. He analyzes the defense, and he has no problem playing through contact.
No, he does. And a little different flavor that he brings to the table because he's able to step out and shoot it too. Mid-range, he's able to knock in some shots.
Richardson. Oh, big board, Harold. Gets it back, rises up, and he's going to the free throw line. He's one of them guys that have a knack to get his mitts on that basketball.
But it's also, too, this, how do you add value to the league? I mean, now he get a chance to really, I think, do some things, too, in this league that maybe he was pigeonholed to in the NBA.
Sure.
Even though he can step out and make jump shots, he's going to have a little bit more freedom to kind of utilize that particular skill set in the Big Three that he probably couldn't utilize as much when he played in the league.
Another good offensive rebound by Jason Richardson. He kicks it out. Houston gets it over to Joe Johnson. Joe's been owning this matchup.
Pull up. I thought Joe was going up with that shot.
So did I. Here's Core. I think it's going to Harold. Pargo's good at pulling the chair. Pull up. Out. But he gets his ball. Throws it down. So active out there.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When he was in the league, he always had a motive. And that time able to track down off the tip and give Jay Rich a little credit too. He didn't get the rebound, but he kept the possession alive by getting his hands on it.
Pargo takes his time. He elevates. Oh, he's going to get some free throws. I thought it was a jump ball. I kind of agree with Richardson on that.
Well, we got a chance too while Pargo's at the line. Welcome to one of the Big Three's newest partners, iHeart. Big thank you to Bart Peters, Mike Biondo. You can download the iHeart app. So welcome to the family. And speaking of which, that time just Gore able to get to the baseline. Houston not able to cut him off.
All right, here's Joe. Fakes, elevates. Oh, nothing but nylon. Good flow to this game.
Can't forget Joe 6'8", man.
And big, yeah, and strong. All that ISO Joe yoga, man. You can't move him. There's Richardson on the cut. Pargo's going to get a break. This is where all the strategy comes into play. Joe can usually play the whole game, so I expect him to be out there the whole time. Inside, kicks it. Houston's got to look to shoot. Joe baseline. Oh, he's so tough. And they call the foul.
That little hesitation.
You saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when Montrez froze. We're going to catch it on the back end. But that slow turn and hesitation. Okay.
Oh, ISO Joe, Montrez Harrell bringing the fire. Chicago Triplets. It's going to bring the fire here, and it's going to be brought to you by Red Lobster. Now, will Joe Johnson take his time and the patience that you need? A lot of guys tend to speed up in these situations. All right, here's Joe. He goes over, gets some contact, and he kind of rushed it.
To your point, in that time, if you can out-quick somebody and get to the basket.
Yeah.
That time, Joe, it was a little, watch this, a little contact at the end, but Joe Johnson still thought he should have made the shot, and he lost control of it right there at the top of his shot.
So fouls not really an issue here so far. Just 2 fouls for Chicago and 1 for Detroit.
That wasn't the case.
No, but not the case. Core. Houston, great outlet. Joe Johnson for 3. No good, but Nixon with the hustle play. Looks inside to see that patience once again. ISO Joe. Taking his time with the drift. No good. Core. Got the right side of the floor. Nixon takes it away. They're going inside. Montrez Harrell, but that's a turnover. Houston over to Joe. Back to Houston on the skip. Nixon hit one earlier. No good. Good rebound, Richardson. Core takes his time. Got it. Now send us to the break. Triplets got that 8-point lead. The crowd, they're into it.
Very efficient, 6 for 12 from the field.
Pargo, 3. In and out. No Harold on the floor. No Jason Richardson as well. So we'll see how they fabricate points here for Chicago. And there's a foul. Just a second on Detroit.
Well, being up by 8-2, you can give Harold a few minutes of break and bring him back in to finish off the deal. You know, and all of that is dependent too how the Triplets are able to maintain this lead. If Detroit makes a quick run, of course, I'm sure Coach Mix will substitute their leading scorer back in the game, or second leading scorer.
Ooh, that's a second foul. After the conclusion of our broadcast, head on over to Vice TV to catch the rest of today's Big 3 action. The Houston Rig Hands, underrated by the way, and DMV Trilogy and Dallas Powers versus Boston Ball Hogs. Rebound for Houston. Pargo, 4-pointer, decides to keep it. An attack. No space.
Great help by Allen.
One on the clock. Shot's got to get up. He got it off. And it's off. Core gets that screen. Oh, he stepped out of bounds.
So no contact, no call on the contact here. A little push off, and Fisher kind of let the physicality happen, and that time Core stepped out. I think he was anticipating we're going to call a foul on that one.
Jackson, looking to kick it. 7 on the clock.
Yeah, you got Amir Johnson hit him, but that time Core could have took it back up, didn't hit the rim.
Allen with a drive, he gets it back. And that's going to be a foul on the shot. A lot of fouls here with this group. Looks like Joe Johnson getting set to check back into the game. This was a good opportunity for them to try to make up some ground.
Not able to close the gap with Harrell sitting on the bench. Joe with 18 and 5 rebounds. You see that? Again, you talked about this in the first game, Scal. Once you get past 30 in these closing moments, Triplets have 41, how important these possessions are.
No question. And it's not just a game winner, it's leading up into that point.
Yep.
Pargo downhill. Oh, good block. Johnson so solid in this league.
Yeah, here comes Harrell right now. Good defense, anticipation. Got to be aware, 6 seconds left on the shot clock for Detroit.
Doing some cleanup duty. Big moment here for Detroit. Joe Johnson's got to get going, or Pargo's got to get going. Pops to the corner. 3 on the clock. He's got to go. I don't think he knows it. Yeah, he just checked in late. You know, he checked him. Didn't realize the clock when he took that out.
I mean, that's when the bench, other players on the court, you got to yell that out. You got to make sure everybody's on the same page, understanding the shot clock.
Nice. With the pump fake, the fade. No good. Joe in the corner. Oh, the 4-point shot. In and out. But he hustles back, gets it. Joe's going to take his time. Accentuate the contact. He turns.
4 ball.
Another one, Pargo. No good. Oh, good hustle. But turns it back over. Amir Johnson. And that's going to be goal ball.
Yeah. That time, too, Pargo, 2 good looks. And the 4 ball.
Can't argue him.
Look at that. Not foreign to making him. And speaking of which, Joe Johnson.
They've been running that play since
day one, right?
Time. Yeah,
out of bounds.
It's like it's Joe Johnson's play. Allen pops, he decks it. No one picks him up. That's off. Joe Johnson gets the rebound. Just hit a 3, last possession. Taking his time, rises up again. Oh, good hustle by Houston. Joe's on the floor as well. Pargo searching out that 4. Oh, ball movement. Oh, they're really moving that ball now. Pargo, 3 ball.
You got to pay it off with that. Couldn't pay it off, but now another opportunity. That time, Allen couldn't secure the defensive rebound.
Yeah, fresh clock. 10 on the clock. Joe's taking his time. Good. There's a 4.
Got him. Oh.
All good looks. That's a great timeout. That is a great timeout. He has a different mindset this game than he did. I mean, he had his moments last year, but he really feels like a big-time player for them.
Do you think it's harder on a post player to find out their rhythm or a guard?
Guard, for sure.
Think so?
Yeah, for sure. You know, even like flowing in transition doesn't exist anymore, right? Kicking it ahead, like all those things that they've been used to managing. Houston fades. Oh, Richardson. I thought he was going to let that thing fly, but he goes in. Montrezl Harrell taking his time. 8 on the clock. Oh, he's counters, elevates, and he is tough. He is tough.
But that's that read and react situation. Joe Johnson cut him off. And I know Montrez probably wanted to get to the middle. But again, it's doing this your whole career, playing in the post, anticipating what your defensive opponent is going to do, having a counter to his counter. That's beautiful footwork. And now, can he make it count for an old-fashioned three-point play? No, it didn't pay it off with the free throw.
All right, here's Joe up top. He got to his spot. Nice play. And that's actually a really good play by Harold, not fouling. You don't want to go down that road right now. They're not in danger of being in the bonus, but...
Yeah, only 2 fouls by the triplet, so...
All right, here's Core up top. Get the switch, he rises. Houston. Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
It's blue ball.
But Houston took his eye off of Core, not giving up on the shot. Forced Houston to kind of take his eye off of it. Now they're able to get another possession.
Beasley's shocked. All right, here's Core. He switched. All right, here's Harold. 5 on the clock. Tough. I tell you what, he can navigate with people on his body like they don't bother him at all. I always find like going against guys like that are the hardest guys to guard. When they're not affected by contact, I just think, like, I don't know what you do. You kind of hope he misses. Oh, rolls out.
Guess who?
Core. Big shot, Richardson. He's long with it. Houston rebounds. All right, Nixon. All they're doing is looking for Joe.
Yep.
And he rises and sticks. Man, Joe, he loves those big moments.
That's the reason why they're looking for him, right?
I would be too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want that smoke. Find Joe. And I don't. That dude's name is ISO Joe. And that was a big shot. 39-43. Detroit trying to get back into this thing. Triplets trying to close it out.
But it was in clutch moments and big moments that MJ's shots exemplify why many consider him the greatest to play the game.
Look at Harold taking his time. 2 on the clock. Good defense. All right, they're going to clear it. They're looking for Joe. Good job by Core sprinting over there. Houston cuts through. Look how much space he has. Joe Johnson with the shimmy shake. Oh, he gets jammed up. 2 on the clock. 1. Blue ball.
And that's a good job by Core, because Core got up underneath Joe and forced him to take a tough contested shot. And that's pretty much all you can do with a talented player like Joe Johnson, is force him to be a little bit more inefficient.
All right, here's Core up top. Step back 3. No good. Rebound. ISO Joe. Richardson. And that's good hustle by both those guys. But Richardson's been making hustle plays all game.
No, he was doing this last year, too. Not giving up on the play right there. Joe doing his best to keep Jason away from the rock.
So if a guy comes out just so nonchalant about it, he's watching ISO Joe too much. You got to hustle, my man.
Nah, my man chilling.
He's just chilling.
He ain't paid me enough right now.
No sprint or anything.
No.
Just, you know what? He's like, you know what? If Joe plays at his pace, I'll play at my pace. 7 on the clock. Elevates. Ooh, back iron. Another good hustle play by Houston. Joe got to his spot. He goes.
Got him.
Houston with a nice cut.
But that's because it's Joe.
Yeah.
Harold and Richardson converged on Joe, and Houston did the right thing by cutting back door, and Joe able to find him. In one possession game.
Oh, good defense. There's Core attacking. Oh, he just got sped up a little bit.
The great players attract a lot of eyes, and when you do that, you're able to make a play out of it. And Joe Johnson to Houston inside, big-time two-point basket with a chance here to tie or take a lead with a three-point shot.
Oh, and the foul.
On the three.
This is big. You make this, you get a 1-point lead. They just pretty much walked down a 10-point lead.
They did.
And they did it with their defense.
They did it with their defense. And again, for those that are new to the Big Three, you got fouled behind the three-point line, so you get one shot from behind the three to count it as a three-point shot. And now Detroit Amps are up.
And where do they go? They got to get the ball to Montrezl Harrell. He's been dominating this game so far. Gives up. Jason Richardson. Now they're up against the clock. Oh, there's Harrell. He's tough on that roll. Good pass.
Hey, look, you said where they going?
Well, your two best players making a two-man game.
Hey, listen, sometimes you just got to keep it simple. Give him space. Give it to him in a place that he's comfortable, that he doesn't have to take a lot of dribbles, and that he can attack. Uh-oh.
Oh, man, Houston way above the rim, and he tips it back in. Now they're going Core, Harold. Oh, big shot in the corner, executed perfectly.
It's because of Harold. If he wasn't playing well, you don't go for the dive.
You're so right.
You know what I mean? And that opened it up for Jay Rich. Excellent executed play that time by the Chicago Triplets.
Joe for four. Oh, he ties it! I saw Joe with the big shot.
Not to be outdone. Had a couple good looks at it between he and Pargo, and finally the first of the 2025 Big Three season by Joe Johnson. Look at the crowd getting into it.
Harold. 5 on the clock. He's got to go. Houston with the defense. Oh, good hustle. Jason Richardson attacking downhill.
Oh, it's a block.
And it's good.
It's good.
It's good. Nixon with capped off the comeback.
What I tell you about those misses?
You can't have those type of misses late.
If you have them, the defensive team has the advantage, okay?
Look at Joe. He is pumped up right now.
Hey, but shout out to Detroit Amps. They were down 10 points, but again, you got to remember, like we see in the NBA, a 10-point lead with the three ball in effect is not the same as it was in the past. In Houston, let's not diminish the role that he has played this afternoon. The backdoor cut off of Joe, a couple of offensive rebounds that he kept alive, and that time able to finish it off.
And the defense.
Yes,
when you're
right.
down big, you got a guard to get back. So once again, our final score, 50-48. Tonight our CBS begins with Elsbeth, followed by 48 Hours for Jim Jackson, Chris Haynes, Rachel Demita, and our entire crew. I'm Bryce Scalabrini saying so long from Chicago. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports in association with the Big Three.